Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Adrielle and I am currently narrating a story of my life dating back from January 2016. In the previous episode, I spoke about the month of March, and in this episode, I am going to talk about the month of April. So, here it goes. April 1st, 2019, I get an email from the Alpharetta job that I have moved forward with the interview round. And I'm like, what? I'm so excited. I was excited. Yeah, I was excited because, y'all, my goal was to secure a job right before graduation. Now, my graduation was May 13th. So if I go to this interview, which was April 12th, I would hear back from them before the 13th and I would have secured a job before graduation. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So things are like really going my way. The next day, which was April 2nd, I get an invite from my job, my internship job, of a gathering that's happening in one of the ladies' houses. So I just immediately, accepted the invitation. Now, the gathering was scheduled to happen April 12th. I think it was like 7 o'clock at night. I was like, okay, that's the same day of my interview. So my interview, I should be done by 1 o'clock. And so 7 o'clock, I can go to the gathering. So that was what I planned to do. April 12th was the day of my interview. My interview was 8:30 in the morning. I had to leave. I think I left like 7 o'clock. Yeah, I think I left like 7 o'clock. I woke up like 5:30, left 7 o'clock, and it took me an hour. Yeah, 51 minutes to an hour to get to Alpharetta. I get there. It's me and 4 other people, so 5 altogether. So I'm like, okay, if 5 of us are getting interviewed, then they have their 5 for the Alpharetta location. So that means I low-key have the job already? That's what I'm thinking in my head. If they're only looking for 5 people and they're interviewing 5 people, including me, then they got their 5 people. So I was like, but hey, I'm here. I'm here for the interview. I'm gonna do the interview. So as I was there, I remember getting questions from the people who work there, like, oh, you live in North Decatur. Are you gonna drive to Alpharetta every day? I was like, yeah, sure. Like, are you sure? I was like, yeah. I was like, this is nothing, like, So they had given us like a presentation of the company and everything. And then that's when they started the interview. So I go to the interview and I answer all the questions that they asked me, and that was it. By 1 p.m., I was already home. I was staying on the couch, telling myself, like, man, I am excited I did this interview. I'm very sure that I'm going to get the job because they got the 5 people that they needed, So I'm just there on my couch. By 3 o'clock, I start falling asleep. I fell asleep. And then I didn't wake up until like after 7. And I was like, oh my goodness, the gathering, I'm late. So I'm looking at the time, it's like 7:30. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna rush because I'm already late. So I get up and I'm doing dishes. I'm actually talking to my mom on the phone. I'm telling her about the gathering. I'm looking at the time, it's 8 o'clock. And I was like, okay, I need to start really getting dressed for this gathering. So as I'm getting dressed, I don't know. I didn't like anything I was choosing to wear. Like, it took me a while to find an actual outfit that I liked to wear. Got the outfit. I was getting my hair together. I didn't like whatever I was doing to my hair. I would do something. I'm like, okay, I'm going. Oh, no, I don't like it. And I'll do another thing. Okay, I'm going. Oh, no, I don't like it. And then it was just so weird. I was so indecisive. It was like already almost 9 o'clock by the time I left. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so late. So anyways, I leave. As I leave, I check the GPS. The place happens to be in North Decatur. So it was like 10 minutes away. So I'm like, okay, it's not far. I'm driving, and as I'm driving, a car almost hit me. A car almost hit me when I was turning. So I was like, yo, what is going on? And then I almost got lost. It was just it was like so many things were going on just to go to this gathering. Anyways, I get to the street of the address. I get there, I'm driving. I see like 4 cars parked in front of the house. So I was like, okay, they're part of the gathering. I park my car. I walk to the driveway. As I'm walking, I see the lights on in the house, but I only hear 2 people talking. But there's 4 cars outside. I'm like, where's everybody else? So I'm walking. As I'm walking. As I'm about to take one step, my leg is in the air. I hear, go back. I hear from the Lord to go back. And I was like, okay, have they seen me? Because the light outside came on. I was like, have they seen me? I'm like, okay, no, let me go back. So I go back, come back home, and I was like, yo, that was weird. Everything leading up to me leaving the house was weird. A car almost hit me on my way there. I also got lost. I get to the event. I don't see anybody else except for these 2 people talking in the house. I'm walking and I'm hearing from the Lord to get back. What was going on? Anyways, it was just weird. It was weird, and I couldn't explain what was actually going on. But the Lord told me to go back, and I went back home. So now I've done my first job interview. Feeling confident that I'm gonna get a job. And the semester is going. As the semester is going, Lent is going. And as Lent is going, I'm becoming more and more fearful about the thought of me listening to secular music. I start telling myself, if I listen to secular music, and I tell myself, if I listen to secular music, my salvation is at stake. My salvation is at stake. What if I go? Just the thoughts of, man, I don't want to go to hell was creeping in my mind. My mind started going there. I remember just telling God eventually, like, Lord, should I listen? Should I not? And I feel like I wasn't hearing from God if whether I should listen or not. Now, I knew I shouldn't listen for Lent season, but after Lent, should I go back to it? And I just became very fearful. And not only that, I started going to YouTube a lot to hear what other people had to say about secular music. There were people that were saying that secular music is demonic, that demons will come into a person if they listen to secular music. There was one person in particular I was listening to. He had a video about how that many Christians were going to go to hell because of how they're living or whatever. I started to become fearful, and that fear introduced me into legalism. Yep, I became legalistic. I started telling other people, do not listen to secular music. It's demonic, it's evil, just a bunch of other stuff. I just became legalistic, and it all became about works. My salvation was becoming about works, about what I was doing. And that was and that was the path I was on in April. Another thing that happened in the month of April was, I remember receiving a phone call from Dina, and she told me that, hey, Adrielle, I got you a graduation gift that's coming in the mail. I was like, wait, what? You got me a gift? She's like, yeah, you're graduating, so I would want to give you a gift. I'm like, oh my goodness, that is so thoughtful. Thank you so much. So I just thought it was very, very generous of Dina to give me a gift. Now, I got my graduation tickets at this point. So it's going to be my mom, my dad, my 2 brothers. So that's 4 tickets, and I was entitled to 6. So I said, I'm just going to invite Dina and Ruby. So I picked up the tickets on campus, and when I was heading back home, I remember calling Dina and telling her that, hey, I already picked up the tickets, I just have to give it to you. And this is what she tells me. She says, Adria, I won't be able to come to your graduation. I was like, wait, what happened? She was like, I don't go to other people's graduation. I was like, really? She was like, yeah, I don't attend other people's graduation. She's like, I wanted to tell you, but I just didn't know how to tell you. I didn't want you to feel some type of way, but I don't go to other people's graduation. I was like, seriously? She's like, yeah, I just think that that's like your time to spend with your family. And yeah, I just don't go to other people's graduations. I was like, okay. So I'll just give the ticket to someone else. She's like, yeah, I wanted to tell you, but I just didn't know how. So yeah, I won't be able to come to your graduation. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So we end up talking, throughout the ride. But when I got home, I thought that was weird that she doesn't go to other people's graduations, because she graduated college and she showed me the pictures of all the people who came. I know it was her family, but it's like, yo, you're about to graduate the year after me. I'm very sure you would want people to go to your graduation. I just thought it was a weird belief of her, a weird way of living. I just thought it was weird, So I was like, okay, it's cool. She doesn't want to come, or she doesn't come to other people's graduation. I would just give the ticket to someone else. So I am going to end the episode right here. Next episode, I'm going to talk about the rest of the month of April. And yeah, so if you like this episode, like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on social media. So until next time, bye.